3 days a year, the South Bend Cubs cater to kids by hosting Education Days. They invite thousands of students to take a field trip to the ballpark. It's a tradition that's been going on for years. Christine Karsten joins us live from Four Winds Field this morning. So Christine, you were at the ballpark yesterday, or rather for the Education Day on Tuesday, is that right? What was the atmosphere like?
Good morning, Trisha. Yeah, I was there Tuesday. It was crazy. Kids were everywhere all the time, having the time of their life. But I wasn't there just to learn about Education Days. I was there to get a lesson of my own. Tuesday, I learned what it was like to be a mascot from the experts who were willing to fill me in as long as they stayed incognito. Muscles, check. Jersey, check. Shoes, check, check. Add the head in front, and I'm ready to go. You see them at almost every sporting event you go to. Mascots.
In many instances, the mascot is truly the face of the organization. Players come and go each year, but the mascot stays the same.
It may look easy, but I'm here to tell you it's not. To give you an idea of what it takes to be a mascot, I gave Stu the day off Tuesday and went to work. And on a day that caters to thousands of kids, nothing could prepare me for this.
You just see them and then they're just kind of watching the game and a mascot walks by or a player walks by and their entire world changes for that split second of pure joy.
To be the best mascot I could be, I turned to the expert, Swoop.
Be animated, act like this is the greatest experience they're ever going to have, and some of these kids it is.
But that's easier said than done. You start the game by getting everyone excited on the field, meet as many guests as you can on the concourse, give hundreds of pictures, hugs, high fives, and autographs. It can all be pretty difficult with 4 feathers.
I have somebody help me with the marker to take off the cap, and then I have this beak, and I hit the marker on my beak to push it forward, and then I just hold it and I go whoop and get it.
And you have to do all of this constantly for at least 3 hours.
Oh, if I was out of shape, I don't know if I could do it. I have to crawl, squat, jump, dance, maneuver into weird places just so you can get a good picture.
Tuesday's temperatures were in the 50s and I was sweating within minutes. Imagine temps in the 80s or 90s come summer. But no matter what they're going through inside, Swoop and Stu say they always put their guests first.
You think as you get older, you become less interested in mascots? You really don't.
The hardest part is probably pleasing everybody. I wish I could give every kid a high five. I wish I could take a picture with every single person, but I physically cannot do it, and it really, really bothers me when I can't.
But their effort doesn't go unnoticed.
He's energetic, he's happy, he makes everybody else smile. Right, he's like our family.
He makes me feel like I'm part of he makes me feel like he's part of my family. Our family. Our family. He makes me feel like I'm more special than I am.
It's like the closest thing to feeling like a superstar.
What an experience that was. Now today is the last of the 3 Education Day games. The games today starts at 10:35. They're expecting about 6,000 students here. Trisha.
Christine, that was a remarkable story. We were cheering you on here back at the studio, and it's just a beautiful sunrise coming up behind you. You look like you really enjoyed your time there at Four Winds Field. Tell us more about your experience. What were some of the difficulties? What was the best part?
Well, I have to give these mascots credit. It is hard to be a mascot. I have a love for mascots. I find them absolutely hilarious whenever I'm at games. So this was such a fun experience for me, but I didn't realize how hard it was. You have to walk around with all of this stuff on. When I had the head on, you can only see basically the feet of people walking. So there have been times I almost ran into something because I couldn't see from my right to my left. I could only see down and straight. So taking pictures was a little bit of a challenge. But the best part was just being around all of those kids, seeing those smiles, making their day. There was a point in time where I would keep smiling for pictures even though they couldn't see my smile. But there was a point in time where I had 2 kids on me and I was hugging them and taking a picture with them, and I just couldn't help but feel how happy I was at that moment, let alone how happy they were. So my love for mascots continues, and it was just such an amazing experience, and I'm so excited that I was able to do it.
Well, we could tell, Christine, that you not only love being a mascot, but you loved your job, and we thank you for bringing us that story. Very fun treat for us today. Thank you so much, Christine.